Hey, hello, my friend. I pray that this finds you well from wherever and whenever you are tuning in. So, have you ever gone on vacation and visited an attraction? Maybe it was a museum, maybe it was a city that you wanted to see, maybe it was, you name it, right? A lot of times when you visit an attraction such as a museum or maybe a mall, at the entrance there's normally a picture, which is a schematic or map of the attraction, and somewhere on that picture it has a big dot or a big star with the words "You are here." And then it shows you where everything else in the attraction, on the map of the attraction, is relative to where you are. For example, it will say this is where you are, if that's the entrance, and then it will say, well, this attraction or this part of the city is on this corner, this other one is on this corner, so that based on where you are, you can figure out how to get to where you want to be. Today, if you decided to take a trip, say to New York, you're going to chart your course based on where you are. None of us gets in our car and decides to just drive. I mean, unless, of course, it's a Sunday afternoon and you want to shoot the breeze and get stuff off your mind and you're doing a leisurely stroll or a leisurely drive, then you drive without intention. I share these because I find that in my own experience and in a lot of life, our lives stagnate, or rather, we are spinning the wheel on the wheel like a hamster because we fail to intentionally clarify those two things. Where am I right now? What's my starting point? And number two, what do I want? We haven't clarified that, right? A lot of times we fear clarifying where we are because maybe we are afraid of the truth of where we are, of the reality of our present circumstances. Maybe we are ashamed. But it's comforting when you realize that where you are is simply where you are. Your starting point, whether that's your starting point 5 years ago or your starting point now, does not necessarily have to be your ending point. Sometimes we are afraid of clarifying where it is that we are going, maybe because we are so bogged down by the negative reality of our current circumstances that we cannot even envision a better tomorrow, a better future for ourselves. We feel inadequate. But I've come to find that just like in the case of a journey, when you clarify where it is that you are, like if you open your MapQuest map or whatever map you use to find directions right now, it asks you from where. You got to put in your current location. When you clarify where you are and you clarify where you're going, just like on that app of the map, the way is shown. The way is shown, the strategy is shown. And even as you are navigating the course, as you find obstacles and detours as you will, you're able to recalculate and get back on course because your destination and starting point is clarified. So, my friend, all that maybe just to ask you the question, have you looked at yourself honestly in the mirror and asked yourself the question, where am I? Where am I in my relationships? Where am I in my finances? Where am I in my career? Where am I in my dreams? Where am I? You name it. Get honest about it. And remember that it's okay. Where you are is not your condemned sentence. It's not your end all be all. It's just a starting point. It's just a center, if you will, from which you can go any direction that you choose. Then number two, ask yourself the question, what do I really, really want? Like, what do I, put your name in there, Evans Kamuru, want? Not what others tell you should want. Not what the culture tells you should want. Not what your family tells you should want. What do you want? What kind of life do you want to live? What do you want to do for work? How do you want to spend your days? What do you want to achieve in your life? It's not what does Instagram and social media say you should want to achieve. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to possess and have eventually? Write those down in vivid terms, unashamedly. And what you will find, my friend, is that when you become clear about those two things, and then take the next right step. Like the old proverb goes, 1,000-mile journey begins with one step. Even if today I plug in a destination on my map app, I have to start driving, I have to start moving. You will be pleasantly surprised as to how the way gets revealed when you do those three things. Clarify where you are, where you want to go, and then start moving and take the first step. That's it, my friend. I pray that that encourages you as it is an encouragement to me. And here is to intentionally today clarifying where we are heading, and taking action. God bless.